last week, as we all know, our hearts were in our throats. It was a frightening week in the sports world, certainly the NFL world, certainly for the Damar Hamlin family. But as we all know, as the week went on, the news got better that Damar Hamlin did, in fact, survive cardiac arrest on a football field on Monday night due to the outstanding first aid he got on the spot on the field in Cincinnati.
Fact.
I mean, and the grace of God. Could you imagine if any member of the Bills training staff was, say, in the blue tent with somebody, attending to somebody? Like, you want to talk about the grace of God. Could you imagine if they were attending to someone else and couldn't get on the field fast enough or not prepared? I mean, I've been thinking about it over and over and over again, but thankfully, smile on our face. And then the weekend hit, and he's tweeting out like he's a 12-year-old with a new Twitter account, right? And then there was like a FaceTime that he had with Meek Mill and our friend Michael Rubin of Fanatics, a big smile on his face. Watch the game in his hospital room with his family, and the game hits. And we saw, by the way, the tributes to him prior to the game across the NFL. Saturday games, the teams praying and the fans showing up, everyone wearing Love for Damar 3 T-shirts or the 513 T-shirts that were made by Cincy Shirts. We wore them on game day morning on Sunday, but it's time for the Bills to actually play the game. I'm getting chills, guys, just recounting this. I'm getting chills just recounting this. Time for the Bills to play the game. And they get the ball, and Nyheim Hines gets the football to start the game and decides to return it, and returns it for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? And not and against not just any team. I mean, the Patriots have one of the best special teams players in Matthew Slater of all time. Yep. I mean, and even Bills fans who love Steve Tasker can admit that Slater's on par. And Belichick prides himself on this stuff, and it's a game of Belichick and the Patriots need to have on top of all of it. And they get the ultimate possibility of joy and happiness and relief and excitement on the spot after a week of waiting and waiting and waiting for good news. Instant gratification. Unbelievable. Can't make it up. Proverbial can't make it up. Josh Allen, after the game, said it perfectly.
I can't remember a play that touched me like that, I don't think, in my life. So it's probably number one.
What did it feel like?
It was just spiritual, and I was going around, and I was going around my team and saying, God's real. Like, you can't draw that one up, write that one up any better. And I was just told by Kevin Curran, it's been 3 years and 3 months. Since the last kickoff return, so it's pretty cool.
I love that guy, man. Makes me cry just watching him. 3 years, 3 months since their last kickoff return. It's the first time in 3 years and 3 months, and obviously the number 3. We all know that. And, well, that got me on all the feels right there. And then, of course, the question followed, what about the second one? He did it again. He did it again after the Patriots took their first lead in the game. Because, by the way, how about New England, man? They took that punch and they balled out in the first half of that game and kept right in there and made and hopped on Bills' mistakes.
And Mac was playing good.
I mean, that catch by Jacoby Myers in the end zone, too, to tie the game at 7. They took their first lead in this game, and Hines hit him with it, right? Yep. For the second time. First time We've seen 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown in, wait for it, 13 years. 2010. I understand it's, a new calendar year. But Leon Washington was the last to do it, and it's never been done to the Patriots, Belichick era or otherwise. Wow. Can't make it up. Amazing. Just amazing, amazing, amazing. By the way, I also thought it was beautiful before the Chargers-Broncos game to send out the 2 threes. Did you see that? Derwin James and Russell Wilson meeting at the middle of the field.
That's cool.
Getting down on a knee. Beautiful. And Damar Hamlin, here we go. You know what's being thrown out as an idea for a neutral site? I don't know if it's technically neutral. If the Bills play the Chiefs, is Pittsburgh, going outdoors. How neutral that is. It's closer to Buffalo, and it's Damar Hamlin's town, as we all know.
What about
but people are throwing that out.
College Stadium? What about Notre Dame?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen Rose Bowl thrown out. I mean, but again,
also something you got to look at as we get deeper into this whole numerology. When Nyheim Hines ran the second one back, it was the third quarter. They were down 3. Like, come on, man. There's just some of these things are just.
I do get into that.
And 3 Patriots didn't want to tackle him on the play.
Look at you going negative. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.